everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Kristi. I am here with Roxy's weekly challenge, and I want to say 14, but I'm going to have to do 2 today because I'm a little behind. Today we're going to be making library pockets. So I went through all my scrap pages and I pulled this out. You can see this one was, I ran out of yellow ink, so it started printing purple. And so I picked out 5, and all I've done is fold them in half, and I tried to get a variety. Folded them in half and glued them together. So instead of being 24 pound, they're now doubled to, what, 48. So I am just going to, I'm not worried about the lines around the outside because we're probably going to cut those off or they'll be folded back. So not worried about that. Just using my glue stick. You want to make sure, the secret of the glue stick is you got to make sure you get enough on there if you want it to stay glued. So let's see what to do with my bone folder. Okay. Let's make sure that has a nice, good, gluey contact. Okay, don't need that anymore. Okay, so I am going to get my trimmer out. Now, these are 8.5 by 11, folded in half, so they're 5.5 by 8.5. The height is fine. The width, if I take a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch, I'm still going to have about a, well, actually that might be okay. But I was thinking about taking, I'd like them a little bit, I'd like a 4-inch pocket. So since it's 5.5, well, I guess I could just score that, couldn't I? All right. You wouldn't have to do this, and you don't really have to measure. I just like my pockets to be about 4 inches, and that way I know a 3x6 tag is going to fit in there comfortably. But let's try, let's just do one. Where's my embossing tool? There we go. Or if you're a painter, this could be a dot tool. All right, let's do, if I do a 1/2 inch on each side, and I'm just going to turn this around. I'm not going to mess with doing the over here thing because that never works with me. And then I'm going to fold it up because I would like, which one do I want on the outside? I think I want this on the outside. And yeah, and it goes this way. And so I want this to come, and I'm just going to stick it over here to give me a guide, about 1 inch, like so. Okay, so let's measure that. That would be 4 3/4, or if I had it this way, from the bottom, I would score at 4 1/4, approximately. And then we're just going to cut out the top rectangles up here. So let me get my, use my medium scissors, and I'm going to kind of do a V here. Not worrying if it's perfect because it's not going to show anyway. Okay. This is the bottom piece on my right, and I'm going to angle this and angle this, only so that when they wrap around they don't show. And then this piece, I'm going to go ahead and fold it, maybe you can see it better. This piece here is going to be completely removed. So I'm going to cut it from this way, and you could do this with your trimmer or your scissors or your knife and ruler, whatever is most comfortable for you. I change my mind on a regular basis, so sometimes I'll do it with my scissors and sometimes not. All right, now I don't want this piece at the top, so I am going to trim that off, and I'm going to use my trimmer just so it's straight because I can. If you don't have that piece, you don't need to trim, but we're just talking about 1/8 of an inch there. And both sides, yes, it's got, and I'm not worried about these because they're going to be wrapped around the pocket. All right, so I'm going to round these corners, my corner rounder. I'm using the 1/2 inch side. There we go. And I don't want this here either. So bring back my trimmer. I could have done that at the same time. I think I only have one other page that has that little white border on there. So I'm not going to worry about that. And then you can put a little punch. Let's see what I've got here. I've got, I don't have anything over here that will, oh, here. I have this. All right, so since this piece, let's measure the size of it, ended up being 4 3/8, I'm going to want 2 3/16. So that would be measuring to this line right here. I'll fold that back. This is what the part I'm measuring. Okay, so I want that kind of in the middle. So 3/16 is between 1/8 and 1/4. Yes. I can do math sometimes. All right. Now, it doesn't have to be this fancy or this complicated. You do whatever it is that you enjoy doing on yours. I am not even probably going to decorate these. I'm going to just make them up and put them in my stash so that when I'm going to use them, I will put matching ephemera. But what I would probably do is run a piece of lace across the bottom and put some kind of a label or focal point there. So I also want to ink the back here, which is pretty grungy, but you can see where I cut. So I just want to take that white edge off. There we go. And then I'm going to put that back, lay it down. Where's my bone folder? I thought I had it right here. Here it is. I want to go ahead and make these nice and flat. Just like that. And then I'm going to fold these pieces around like so. I'm going to make those nice and flat and glue that down. And I forgot to fill my, oh goodness, what happened here? I haven't had that happen before. It looks like a volcano happened. I haven't done anything for a week or so, so I don't even know what the last thing was that I worked on, but it comes right off. All right, so we're just going to put some glue. If we can get it down there, we're going to put some in the bottom here. Not the bottom, the glue needs to get to the bottom. That big old bubble needs to get to the top. There we go. That should work. Get some glue on here. Yay! And here. And glue that down. And I would probably attach this to a page. So let's see how this ended up being 4 and almost 4.5. So yeah, that works. That works. If you wanted a little narrower, you could do 3/4 of an inch instead of the 1/2 inch, but I like that. So yeah. And that is just one 8.5 by 11 piece of scrapbook paper. Now, if you wanted it as a floating pocket and you didn't plan to glue it down, you could just back this with some coffee dyed paper or something. It'd be fine. All right, let's do another one. Okay, so this was one of my one of our lace background. Oh, that's 2 pieces. So I want to decide which way I want what part I want on the front, and it is going to be the top. So do I want that one or this one? This one has more going on. So I think I'm going to go ahead and fold this up and then do the score lines. And I'm not even going to measure that part. And I know this is 5.5, so I'm going to do 2 3/4 before I even do any scoring. It's easier math for me. And let's see, now we want to score. So I think on this one I'm going to score a little bit wider. And there it is. So let's do 3/4 of an inch on this one, and just see where it is. We might want to do halfway in between. We might want to do 3/8, but that's going to cut off that whole dark piece. But there's nothing saying that I can't take that dark piece and glue it somewhere else after it's cut off. So, all right, I'm having some problems with my elbows, and that's one of the reasons I haven't been crafting. So if you would say a prayer for me, I would really appreciate it. But just doing this motion right here, I'm having pain down my arm, so I'm having to be kind of more gentle than I normally would, which is not fun. All right, so we're going to, there again, we're gonna cut that piece right out. So I'm going to do a V here. I guess I didn't really need to do the V on that side. Yeah, we're cutting the big piece out. I have to rethink this every time. So cutting the big piece out. And I'm cutting on this side of the score line so that I have room for that to wrap around, because it is the same score line. So make sure you're inside that score line. Okay. Flip it over so I can see. Same thing here, inside the score line. And then I can just come up and just angle this piece right here, like that. All right, and that's going to go up, and that's going to come around, like so. Yeah, that's a good size as well. And I like how that one turned out. Very, very neutral. Even though it's pink, very neutral. Okay, so I am going to taper this just a bit. And round these corners up here. Oh, I'm gonna have to put my compression sleeve back on. You don't realize what you're using until it gets sore, and I'm sure it was I've been crocheting a lot, and pretty sure that's the problem. So I haven't crocheted for a couple of days, but there we go. I found and I don't know if I already told you this, then if I did, I apologize, but I found an app on my phone called Crochet Studio, and you can design your own crochet pattern. It's a free app, and then you can print out the pattern, and it tells you how much yarn to do and everything. So I'm trying it out, and I bought the amount of yarn it told me to buy, and so far I think it looks good, and I think it might well make it. If you want more room in your pocket, glue these on the front. If you don't, the traditional library pocket is a wraparound. At least the ones that I remember from grade school. Back, I remember before there were computers in the schools. Yeah, in fact, when I was in 6th grade, we had one computer for the whole school district. And we even took a field trip to make Snoopy out of X's and O's. Okay, let's see. Back with the little dot matrix printers. Okay, there we go. I like that. Okay, so here's the difference. The height is about, that's just based on where I folded it. Okay, so I didn't measure that. The width is a 1/2 inch. So let's make another one. I'm going to try this one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and trim off the white all the way around, all 3 sides. So this one will be another slightly different size. And apologize if I'm off screen there. I don't know how to clean off this desk to give me more room, because there's so many things that I just keep bringing back to my desk when I put them away because I use them on a regular basis. Now, my desk is a door, so I'm using a 3-foot door because it had a hole in it. All my cords go through the hole, and I have 2 desks like that. So, you know, I just have too much stuff. All right, so that's cleared off on both sides. Cool. All right, I don't need that again. And I will go ahead and do this. Let's see. We need to make sure that when we go up, everything's the right way around. And because we folded it in half sideways, it doesn't matter. So I just need to decide, and I think I want that to be the front pocket. So here we are. We're going to go. Okay. I'm not doing this very assembly line style, am I? All right, let's see how far do we want to make this one a little taller, or do we want to make it the same? Let's do 1.5. Let's just see. We'll make it like that. I mean, they can be any size you want, and you don't have to use this size paper. This will work with any scrap you have. You could even make itty bitty teeny tiny, oh, I guess I need to score these lines, itty bitty teeny tiny pockets if you wanted to. So because I cut off that 1/8 of an inch, I think I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. Let's do this at 5. No, that's not thick enough. Let's do 4 3/4. Yeah, I'm gonna do 4 3/4, which I think is a 1/2 inch. So 4 3/4. Okay. We are going to punch the back with the 1/2 inch. Oh, nope, we got to cut that piece off before we do that. All right, so let's just do that. We're going to taper the pocket side. So I hope you guys all had a nice Easter. I don't know if I've even recorded since Easter. We had a nice time. And then last Sunday was my son-in-law's birthday. Oh, that was yesterday. Seems like a while back, but it was yesterday. Yeah, so we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and that was a pretty good deal, actually. I was surprised all 6 of us ate for $100, so not too bad. And we were stuffed. Oh my gosh, you guys, I had this burger. It was a cheese curd bacon cheeseburger. Yeah. And I amazed myself. I actually ate the whole thing. It was delicious. And their fries are really good there too. So, but today I'm back on plan, so no more carbs. I eat carbs, but I only eat them at dinner. I don't eat them during the day, and it kind of helps with my blood sugar. Oh gosh, I don't know what this is in my arm, but I may have to go have it checked. All right. I like that. That's pretty. Now let's see where it is. It should be, yeah, it's in between. As far as the height, I guesstimated it, like I said, but there we go. Trimming off 1/8 of an inch and then scoring at 1/2 an inch. That comes in right about there. So let's see, we've got 2 more. I'm probably just going to make these and speed it up, and I'll be back when they're finished. These are pretty fast and easy to make. So I'm just inking up this last bit, and I think I will go ahead and put some lace trim on the bottom. Okay, so we've got 5 good pockets here, and yeah, let's run some lace on the bottom. Let me see what I've got here. I need to add some more to this. Probably need to make a run to Dollar Tree because I haven't bought any of this lace in a while. So take off that little bit of tape. I just use that same piece of tape over and over. And so we'll go ahead and run the lace, and then all that will be left to do when we use them in a journal will be add a focal point of some sort. There we go. And if you leave them neutral like this, you know, you can use them on just about anything. I mean, I've got green and pink here, but they're very neutral. They can go any way. So there we go. Sorry about that, guys. My camera decided 29 minutes, you're done. Okay, so we have, and I don't know, get this light over here. I forgot to put it back when I changed my battery, but this one's very neutral. I don't know if you can even see the pattern on there. It's like a floral, maybe there, floral design. Very, very neutral. This one has a little bit of blue and ivory, and then just torn paper was printed on the back of it. So there we go. And then this one is green. Some of these could be floating pockets because they don't have any. Where's that? The first one I did that had the, if you cut off those pieces, then you could easily do those. And then here's one with the lace. This isn't my lace paper. This is somebody else's lace paper. Maybe Leanna Scraps. I have a couple of lace kits, and then this is from my Study in Pink collection. So That's what that is. And yeah, you could just put, let's see, what did I do with my, something Tim Holtz as a focal point, or, you know, with a word on the side, you know, you name it. Whatever you decide, anything goes. But these are easy to use up scraps. And thank you, Rachel, for your weekly challenge. Looks like my camera is way off. Oh my goodness. I don't know how I do these things. Sorry about that, guys. The next video will be straighter. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.